Jorge Masvidal returned from a career-long layoff on Saturday to earn one of his biggest wins to date. He scores an absolutely violent second-round knockout of Darren Till in the UFC on ESPN +5 headliner. Just a brutal finish in the second round by Masvidal. Had a little trouble with Till early, but in the second round, put it away in highlight reel fashion. And this is Masvidal's first win in 777 days. He really needed this one. He had lost his previous two. He took more than a year away from the sport and comes back, and he looked quite rejuvenated out there. Puts Till away in devastating fashion, and it did not take long for him to brew up a potential next fight. After the event, backstage, he gets in an altercation with Leon Edwards, who won against Gunnar Nelson in the co-main event. They threw hands, they traded punches. Apparently, Masvidal cut Edwards open with one of his shots, and it seems like they all but booked a fight for themselves at that point. People after the event talking about this backstage altercation almost as much, if not more, than Masvidal's knockout of Till, and that kind of tells you what direction this thing should go next. Yes, obviously not the behavior you want to see out of these athletes, but I don't think it's necessarily on them. The UFC security should not have let them get in that type of proximity to each other after winning their fights, and this issue probably could have been avoided. Nevertheless, I don't think it's a massive deal, and I do think it's going to be what should set up the next fight between these two. Edwards on a 7-fight winning streak himself after beating Gunnar Nelson. Masvidal coming off this huge win. These two were actually lined up to fight each other not that long ago. It was never made official, but it was very close to being done, and it seems like now the timing is right to actually do this thing. Two guys on the rise as contenders in the welterweight division, and this would be a great fight for them to really move into that next level of title contention coming off UFC on ESPN +5 in that post-fight altercation.